My friends, I need you to stop what you're doing right now and listen to me, because what I'm about to share with you could mean the difference between struggling to make ends meet this month and finally having a little breathing room in your budget. If you've been checking your bank account every single day, wondering when that Social Security payment is going to hit, or if you've been worried sick about whether you're getting everything you're entitled to, then this message is specifically for you. I know how it feels to watch every penny, to plan your entire month around that deposit date, and to lose sleep wondering if the government is going to come through on time. I've talked to thousands of seniors just like you who tell me they sit by their mailbox or refresh their bank app dozens of times, hoping and praying that money shows up so they can pay their rent, buy their medications, and put food on the table. Well, today I'm here with some news that's going to put your mind at ease and possibly put more money in your pocket than you expected. The Social Security Administration has just confirmed some critical updates about this Friday's deposits. And yes, we're talking about payments up to $2,400 for certain beneficiaries. But here's what nobody else is telling you. Not every senior is going to see this amount, and if you don't understand how these payments are calculated and scheduled, you might be leaving money on the table without even knowing it. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let me walk you through everything you need to know, because by the end of this conversation, you're going to understand exactly when your money is coming, how much you should expect, and what you can do to make sure you're getting every single dollar you've earned. Now, let me start by explaining what this $2,400 figure actually means, because I don't want anyone getting confused or disappointed. When the Social Security Administration confirms a payment amount like this, they're typically talking about the maximum benefit that certain retirees can receive in a single month. This isn't a special bonus or a one-time stimulus check. This is the regular monthly benefit that higher earners who delayed their retirement can qualify for. If you worked for 35 years or more in jobs where you paid into Social Security, and if you waited until age 70 to start collecting your benefits, then you could be looking at a monthly check around $2,400 or even higher, depending on your lifetime earnings. But here's the honest truth that I need you to understand. Most seniors aren't receiving that full amount. The average Social Security retirement benefit right now is sitting around $1,870 per month after the latest COLA increase. That's still a solid payment, and it's money you absolutely earned through decades of hard work, but it's important to have realistic expectations about what's coming into your account. Let me talk about this Friday specifically, because timing is everything when you're living on a fixed income. The Social Security Administration operates on a very specific payment schedule, and once you understand how it works, you'll never have to wonder again when your money is coming. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your payment typically arrives on the second Wednesday of each month. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th, you get paid on the third Wednesday. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, your deposit hits on the fourth Wednesday. Now, SSI recipients follow a different schedule entirely. They receive their payments on the first day of every month or on the last business day of the previous month if the first falls on a weekend or holiday. So when we're talking about this Friday alert, we need to look at what group of beneficiaries is scheduled to receive their deposits. If this particular Friday happens to align with one of those Wednesday payment dates, then millions of seniors across America are going to wake up to find that direct deposit sitting in their checking account. And let me tell you, that's one of the best feelings in the world. But here's where things get interesting. And this is information that could potentially put extra money in your hands. Some beneficiaries are eligible for what I call hidden benefits that stack on top of their regular Social Security payments. For example, if you're receiving Social Security retirement and you're also a veteran with a service-connected disability, you could be getting VA compensation on top of your Social Security. These payments don't reduce each other. You can collect both simultaneously. I've met veterans who didn't realize they were entitled to VA benefits because nobody ever told them to apply, and they were leaving hundreds or even thousands of dollars on the table every single month. If you served our country, even if it was decades ago, I'm urging you right now to contact the VA and find out if you qualify for any disability compensation or pension benefits. Those payments could easily add another $1,000 to $1,500 per month to your income. And when you combine that with your Social Security, you're suddenly looking at a total monthly income that gives you some real financial security. Now, I also need to address something that's been causing a lot of confusion and frankly a lot of anxiety among seniors, and that's the issue of benefit reductions and offsets. Some of you watching this might have noticed that your Social Security check is smaller than you expected, and you're wondering what happened. There are several reasons why your benefit might be reduced. First, if you're still working and earning income above a certain threshold before you reach full retirement age, the Social Security Administration is going to withhold some of your benefits temporarily. For this year, if you're under full retirement age, they'll deduct $1 from your benefits for every $2 you earn above $22,320 annually. That's the earnings limit, and it catches a lot of people by surprise. But here's the good news. Once you reach your full retirement age, which is 67 for most of you watching this, those withheld benefits get added back into your monthly payment through a recalculation. You're not losing that money forever, it's just being delayed. Another reason your check might be smaller is if you have Medicare Part B premiums being deducted directly from your Social Security payment. Most seniors have this set up automatically, and the standard Part B premium for this year is around $174.70 per month. That comes right out of your Social Security before you even see it, so if you're expecting $1,800 but only seeing $1,625 in your account, that Medicare premium is probably why. Some higher income beneficiaries also pay something called IRMA-A, which stands for Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount, and that can add another $100 to $400 in additional premiums depending on your income from 2 years ago. I know it seems unfair to have these deductions coming out of money you worked your whole life for, but understanding where your money is going helps you plan better and eliminates that scary feeling of not knowing why your check is short. Let me share a real example that might sound familiar to some of you. I spoke with a woman named Margaret from Ohio who called me absolutely frantic because her Social Security payment dropped by $300 one month without any warning. She thought the government had made a mistake, or that somehow she was being penalized. After we dug into it together, we discovered that she had switched to a different Medicare Advantage plan that charged a premium, and that premium was now being deducted from her Social Security on top of her Part B premium. Nobody had explained this to her clearly when she signed up. Once she understood what was happening, she was able to make an informed decision about whether that plan was worth the extra cost. She ended up switching to a different plan with no additional premium, and her full benefit was restored the next month. The lesson here is that knowledge is power, and understanding exactly how your benefits are calculated and what's being deducted can save you hundreds of dollars. Now let's talk about maximizing your benefits, because I want every single one of you to get the absolute maximum amount you're entitled to. If you're married, there are some sophisticated strategies you might not know about. Spousal benefits allow a lower earning spouse to receive up to 50% of the higher earner's full retirement age benefit. So if your husband or wife worked most of their life and has a benefit of $2,000, you could potentially receive up to $1,000 in spousal benefits even if you never worked or had very low earnings. And here's something beautiful. If your spouse passes away, you can switch to survivor benefits, which give you 100% of what they were receiving. I've helped widows and widowers claim survivor benefits that increase their monthly income by $800 to $1,000. You have to apply for these benefits. They don't automatically happen. So please contact Social Security if you've lost a spouse and make sure you're getting the survivor benefit if it's higher than your own retirement benefit. Another strategy that doesn't get talked about enough is filing a restricted application if you were born before January 2nd, 1954. This allows you to claim spousal benefits while letting your own retirement benefit grow until age 70. Not many people qualify for this anymore because of the birth date cutoff, but if you do, it's like getting free money while your own benefit increases by 8% every year you delay. That's guaranteed growth you won't find anywhere else in today's economy. I've also seen situations where divorced individuals don't realize they can claim benefits based on their ex-spouse's work record if they were married for at least 10 years. You don't even need to be in contact with your ex-spouse to do this, and it doesn't reduce their benefit at all. So many divorced seniors are missing out on money they're absolutely entitled to simply because they don't know this option exists. Let me talk about SSI for a moment, because those payments work differently than regular Social Security, retirement, or disability. Supplemental Security Income is a needs-based program for seniors and disabled individuals with very limited income and resources. The maximum federal SSI payment right now is around $943 per month for an individual, and some states add a supplemental payment on top of that. If you're receiving SSI, you need to be extremely careful about any additional income or assets you acquire, because even a small inheritance or a few $1,000s in your bank account can disqualify you from receiving benefits. I've seen heartbreaking situations where a grandchild tried to help grandma by putting some money in her account, and it ended up causing her SSI to be cut off for months. If you're on SSI and you receive any unexpected money, talk to a benefits counselor immediately before you spend it or deposit it, because there are legal ways to structure things so you don't lose your benefits. For those of you on SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, your payment amount is based on your earnings history, just like retirement benefits. The difference is you're receiving it early because a medical condition prevents you from working. The average SSDI payment is around $1,500 per month, though it can range from a few $100s to over $3,000 depending on what you earned before you became disabled. One thing many SSDI recipients don't realize is that after you've been on disability for 24 months, you automatically qualify for Medicare even if you're under 65. That's a huge benefit that can save you thousands in healthcare costs. And here's something else. If you're on SSDI and you're approaching your full retirement age, your disability benefit automatically converts to a retirement benefit at the exact same amount. You don't need to do anything. It happens seamlessly. Now, as we wrap up here, I want to make sure you're prepared for this Friday's deposit. Check your bank account early in the morning because most direct deposits hit between midnight and 6 a.m. If Friday morning comes and goes and you don't see your payment, don't panic immediately. Sometimes there are processing delays, especially if there's a banking holiday or if your financial institution processes things slowly. Give it until the end of the business day. If Saturday morning arrives and you still don't have your payment, then it's time to call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213. Yes, you might be on hold for a while, but it's important to report missing payments quickly so they can track down what happened. My friends, I know how stressful it can be to rely on these monthly payments for everything in your life. You worked hard, you paid into the system, and you deserve every penny you're getting. Stay informed, ask questions, and don't be afraid to advocate for yourself. If something doesn't seem right with your benefit amount, investigate it. If you think you might qualify for additional benefits, apply for them. This is your money, your security, and your peace of mind. I'm here to help you understand it all, and I'll keep bringing you these updates every single time there's news that affects your wallet. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next update.